Now.
I'll be very rude.
Okay, cool. So what I want you to understand is that there are different kinds of mistakes. Mistakes are not the same. So when someone says, "Oh, I just made a mistake," it's mistakes are can be different types. Even the different types have got subdivisions in them. So today I want to teach you one or two which you should understand. The first subdivision I want you to understand is that you can make a positional mistake, or like let's call it a strategic mistake, or you can make a tactical mistake. You understand?
Okay.
At the
So wait.
beginning,
So
yeah,
so the strategic one, that depends on where you place it, and then the tactical one is when you place it.
you could look at it like that. Um, and certain elements of what you said could be true, but let's say a tactical one is to do with the movement of pieces and the calculation of what happens if I do this, my opponent does that. Then if I do this, my opponent does that. That's tactical. That's
Yeah.
your pieces are in contact with each other, they are fighting. A strategic one would be like you fail to control an open file or you create a weakness. You understand? These might not be
Yes.
punished immediately. But what you notice
First
is
time.
that for most beginners, at the beginning, most of your mistakes are of a tactical nature. Most of your mistakes are, they are like,
Okay, I'm pretty sure I can do both. Like, I don't discriminate with the mistakes. I do all of them.
but you find like majority of the time, the mistakes that you are making are, are of a tactical nature. And that's very important to understand early on and sort of iron out those, okay?
Okay.
So let's look at this position. Now, a strong player or even a decent player will make these kind of mistakes. And I want you to understand why. Because at one point, if you are sitting in a training room, you might think, oh, I'll never make such a mistake. That's just impossible. That's not me, you know? But then when you're
Yeah.
over the board, you make those mistakes. And the reason why people make mistakes in chess is like, first, in its nature, it's a game of mistakes. If you make the last mistake, your opponent will capitalize on it.
Mm.
In a way, we are kind of waiting for each other to make a mistake of some sort. As you get better, your opponents don't make obvious mistakes. They start making much more complex mistakes, but they still make mistakes. So that's number one.
Okay.
The other thing that people don't speak about a lot is that chess has got a lot of things to think about. it's not just it's not just the one move you want to make. There's a lot of issues happening over the board that you can easily overlook what might come across as critical. Like, someone analyzing your game afterwards would be like, how could you miss this move? But they don't know what other things you were worried about during the game.
Thinking about.
Exactly. So let's look at
Okay.
this game. This particular position is a good example. So in this position, Blake will be thinking, okay, if I take on c4 and he takes on c4 with the pawn, I could play perhaps rook b2 and of course a few problems for him. It looks very good for Black. So you could also be thinking, if white takes on b5, I take on b5, suddenly I've got the whole A file open. I'll pile up all my pieces into this file. Maybe I'll push my pawn here to b4 to make sure that this weakness is sort of fixed. And I'll attack my opponent like that. So these are ideas that will be going on in Black's head.
Yeah.
You could also think, well, if I take on c4, perhaps you avoid taking with the pawn because I will take the b file. Then in that case, you take with the knight. and I will exchange a knight.
Why not the bishop?
Usually you want to exchange your knights with knights, and your bishops are usually slightly more valuable than your knights.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So you'll be thinking, okay, if I take here, you take with the knight, I will take with the knight, and then you take with the bishop. But then I'll play knight b6, attacking the bishop. When the bishop moves up back, I'm going to play a5, a4, and I've got counterplay. So there's all these things that are happening. Now, the first kind of mistake that people make is allowing your opponent checkmate you. Allowing mate.
Yeah.
Allowing mate is one of the most common mistakes that beginners make. So here, white played a very innocent looking move, rook to c3. And quickly...
Oh, he's a bastard, yeah.
Yeah. Quickly, black took. So black failed to understand that in this position, he was in danger. Because he was busy, obviously, looking at all these different kinds of opportunities. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he
takes...
Now the horse takes.
So he takes on c4. But he missed something, and I'm going to test you on it and see if you can...
Okay.
See if you can find it. It's something very important. I'll give you at least a minute to find it.
Well, I want to say the horse takes. What about this? What about this? Is that it? Was that it? No? Okay.
Your move was terrible.
Does the horse take? Okay, well, I tried. Does the horse take?
No. Okay. So what he missed was that white wasn't even thinking about the whole queen side. White had seen a nasty trap here. He had seen knight check. First of all,
why is that nasty?
The king cannot run away. Cannot move.
Oh my god, it's checkmate.
It's not checkmate.
Because he can't move.
Yes, he can move. So if you can't move, there are two other things you can do. You can block or you can capture.
Oh my god, he's going to capture. He's going to take the horse.
Yeah, but you can't block a horse, right? So he takes. And here, that's when he realized he was in trouble, because now white played another brilliant move.
Oh no, what did he do?
Let me ask you and see what nonsense you come up with.
Okay, I'll try my best.
I'll give you a minute.
Oh, I won't need the whole minute. Okay. I got it! I got
it! Well done.
Thank you. I tried.
I thought you were going to say, I'm an expert.
You weren't expecting that. Were you expecting that? Yeah.
I wasn't expecting you to find it. Look, G1. Very nice move. It creates a mating net.
I want it noted. Yeah.
It creates a mating net, and black can't get out of it. So you could try rook g8, but here, let me test if you saw the whole thing. What would you do?
Oh, I definitely didn't. Oh, I saw it.
You've got a chance.
Yeah, I'm professional. I'm going to beat that though.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you. I've been practicing. See, I've been studying. I've been practicing my chess.
Good, very good. So this is the first kind of mistake that people make. It's the first of, I think, 10 that I'm going to teach you. So it's the first kind of mistake. It's allowing mate. And if you can avoid this, then you're doing good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. So end of there, we're done. And we'll catch everyone on the next lesson.